All right, so this is Adam Walls, and today I'm going to be talking about an issue that has persisted within the gaming community. More so, I'm going to talk about how we can unite a divided gaming community. So, what is the problem within the gaming community? Well, video games were created to bring people together. During tough times, people resort to video games to have fun and share moments with each other. However, recent events such as the COVID-19 pandemic have divided the gaming community. A couple of the reasons for the division is the lack of crossplay, the countless amount of console exclusives, and also discrimination within the industry has led to this division among players. So, what is the first problem? Well, obviously, the first problem is the lack of crossplay. So, you may be wondering, Adam, what is crossplay? Crossplay is when different players from each platform, so PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, can connect with each other and play video games. The problem is, many video games are not allowing for players to connect with one another. Jeb Campbell, the esports club leader at Carroll High School, comments on this issue. He states, the esports club has had some issues with crossplay due to many members wanting to play their favorite games. Some of these games are only available on certain platforms, and we simply don't have the means to get everyone able to compete. What Jeb is saying here is that because of people not being able to play with each other on different platforms, people can't be brought together, obviously. The less crossplay there is, the more divided the gaming community will become. This is a huge problem, and more people need to be brought together to play their favorite games, because that's what gaming was created for. Not only is crossplay an issue, but an abundant amount of exclusive titles is also a major problem. So what are exclusive titles? These are video games that are exclusive to a single platform. These exclusive games are dividing gamers from different platforms. For example, Xbox has Halo, but PlayStation has Spider-Man. They are dividing the players because someone who loves Spider-Man and Halo has to have two different consoles to even play one of those games. This is a big issue because users are not able to play the same games that their friends are playing with different console platforms. Javon Newsom writes in his article, Why Exclusivity is Ruining the Future of Gaming, and he states, how is that fair to everyone else who has to pay the same price tag for the same game? It's not fair. It's favoritism due to the contractual agreements that cater to a select crowd and not the whole. Newsom is just demonstrating the fact that people aren't able to have access to the same games, and exclusive content regarding to one specific platform is not fair for other players. The gaming industry is meant to bring people together as a whole rather than to red tape everything and be like, you need to have a PlayStation, oh, you need to have an Xbox. He points out this issue, and it is actually dividing players in the process and is limiting the market. So one of the last problems, and this problem has been developing as time has gone on, the gaming community is lacking of accepting diverse individuals. So diversity obviously is the practice of including individuals from different backgrounds such as race, sexual orientation, and gender. The problem is the video game community is lacking diversity. As time has gone on, more people have shifted to the internet, and on the internet, a lot of cyberbullying takes place. People are disrespectful to others, no matter who they are, and they just say some really bad things to each other. Brian Wirtz points out in his article, The Issue of Diversity in Gaming, that the IGDA found that 74% of gamers are male, 68% of gamers were white, and 81% of gamers were heterosexual. This is just showing the demographics that play video games, and obviously there is one major dominating demographic within the gaming community. They're lacking diversity, they're lacking people from coming in and enjoying video games, and the problem is more people need to be accepted into the gaming community because the purpose of video games is to provide fun for all. People from diverse backgrounds are turned away from an industry dominated by a single group, and this needs to change. So you may be wondering, Adam, what can be done about this? Obviously, the proposed solutions that I'm going to say will not completely get rid of the issue, but it will help ease the tension. So one of the first solutions is universal crossplay. I believe that universal crossplay would allow for a new market to be tapped, and the consumers would have better products. Obviously, the argument is that crossplay can unbalance some things, but Jake Hawley writes in his article that crossplay will be the key to the $42 billion AA market, and he states, well, simply, that more engagement with crossplay gives the developers the opportunity and freedom to remain creative and continue launching new content for players to enjoy on a regular basis. What this is saying is that less limitations allow for more players to engage with each other. Like in Jeb Campbell's case with esports, with universal crossplay, if you want to play Call of Duty with your friend, well, Call of Duty actually has crossplay, but let's say you want to play Mortal Kombat or Super Smash Bros. Or any other game off the top of your head, if you could play with your friends on that from different platforms, Xbox to PlayStation, more players would engage with each other. This would actually lead to a larger market than there already is. And so the implementation of crossplay becoming a new standard will unite gamers rather than separating them. And following the introduction of crossplay, removing all exclusive titles from the gaming community will help ease tension. Now, everybody's main argument against this is that different games exclusive to a certain platform creates competition among consoles. Yes, it does, but it also is limiting the potential that the gaming industry can have. People are divided because they can't play their favorite games on different consoles. But many experts believe that there needs to be a balanced amount of content across all platforms. Removing this exclusive content and bringing balanced amount of content will help players get the best bang for their buck. Jeb Campbell believes that with the introduction of crossplay, exclusive titles will cease to exist due to more individuals interacting with each other. Less players will feel left out, and this will bring a balanced amount of content regardless of their platform. Javon Newsom also writes under why exclusivity is ruining the future of gaming. He says it would be more convenient for Crystal Dynamics to give Xbox and PC players their own exclusive character, like Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy, etc. What he's saying here is that balanced content will eventually lead to more unity because people don't feel like they're being left out. Lastly, we need to include all gamers. No matter who you are, you should be included if you want to play video games. And to solve this, organizations have emerged to bring a sense of diversity within the gaming community. One of these organizations is the Girls Who Code. This is an organization that was developed to get women involved with gaming. Brian Wirtz, under his article, writes, Girls Who Code offers an after-school club programs, summer campus programs, and longer summer immersion programs. Organizations are the key to get more people involved, and what the Girls Who Code Foundation is doing is bringing women into the video game market because it has been dominated by men for so long, and this is allowing for more diversity to occur, which is a good thing if the gaming community wants to grow. Obviously, that's a big deal, and Jeb Campbell also believes that with the esports club, he has a moral to teach all the kids that accept everybody no matter who they are, and this will allow for a greater place to have fun. So the bigger picture, although many issues have arrived with the growth of video games, solutions can be used to help mend the fences. Video games were meant to be enjoyed by all, and this needs to be a universal ideal that everyone follows. No matter who you are, you should be able to experience video games, and there should be no limitations excluding platform play. But even though all the problems will not be solved, these proposed solutions will help heal the wounds that have been created. If the video game community embraces these changes, the main purpose of video games will finally be restored. And thank you for listening to this presentation.